CBS coming under fire now for allegedly editing parts of their sit-down interview with Vice President Harris, which aired earlier this week on 60 Minutes. The scandal centers around different responses to a question about whether Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is listening to the U.S. about their wars against Hamas and Hezbollah. The first clip shows Harris's answer that aired during a preview promoting the interview, and the second is her answer that aired during the interview on Monday.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
We are not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
News Nation's Elizabeth Pran is following this story, joins us live. So, Elizabeth, the calls, as you know, they're now growing for CBS to release the transcripts of this interview. Have they done it? Will they?
Yeah, legitimate question, right? Will they? The calls are increasing, and they have in the past. We've reached out to CBS. They said that they would give us a call back. We haven't heard back this morning. When have they released transcripts? Well, back in 2020 with Catherine Harris. She interviewed former President Trump. The year before that with Bill Barr. And they have probed, they have investigated interviews. If you look at what happened with Lara Logan, that was years ago. There's no evidence of that thus far in this scenario. But if you back up, we looked at those two clips, right? So we hear two responses. One is a little bit longer. It's not as succinct as that second response on Monday. And that's when the accusations began flying. We heard from former President Donald Trump speaking out on Truth Social. You can read it yourself. He basically said this is a fake news scam. He went on to say that CBS should have its license revoked rather. Keep in mind, he just backed out of an interview with 60 Minutes about a week ago. So this is on the heels of that decision. The chairwoman of the FCC really defending CBS at this moment, saying that just because you don't agree with a political party or a political stance, that doesn't necessarily mean that a license can be revoked. Kelly?
So, Elizabeth, what are media observers saying about all of this back and forth now?
Well, everyone seems to have an opinion, right? So basically, the battle lines have been drawn, really falling up and down party lines. We work at a network, right? So interviews are often cut, maybe to remove hiccups, to prevent going over on time, to encourage clarity, but you don't want to tinker with the message. Supporters are saying that the message was not tinkered with, right? But then you have critics who are basically saying that they don't know. They don't know if the vice president was or was not given multiple chances at an answer. They don't know if that was a response to perhaps a different question. So we have one political analyst who says, regardless of which line, which side of the line you are on, the transcript would give clarity to all of those questions.
He's done dozens of taped interviews with Fox News, all of which have also been edited down for concision, right? For time. That's just what, I'm a former TV producer. As long as it's journalistically sound and the same answer is pure, then that's fine. So if in fact they expect 60 Minutes to release the unaired video footage and transcript, then it also, you could sort of argue that, his long sort of rambly answers to Sean Hannity should be released.
The Harris campaign really distancing themselves from the controversy, saying that they don't have editorial control over interviews and any questions should be referred to CBS. Kelly, back to you.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.